By looking in any direction, the farthest structure we can detect is the cosmic microwave background. This cosmic microwave background is made visible by capturing the microwaves instead of the usual visible light. It's the pattern of that cosmic microwave background what we see. Our galaxy is behind that cosmic microwave light years away from the cosmic microwave background, aggregate state of not yet developed The cosmic microwave background is not the most outer shell of our universe. It is a spherical shell inside our universe. What is behind that cosmic microwave background is an opaque plasma soup in the fourth aggregate state of not yet developed protopatches of high energy, which we cannot see nor penetrate with our current technology. Behind that plasma is the outer spherical shell singularity being part of the total singularity. The singularity is in the seventh aggregate state, energy only without spacetime. The entire visible part of our subuniverse structure is contained inside that spherical plasma barrier. It is estimated that the most outer shell of our galaxy, the outer spherical shell singularity, is now 78 billion light-years away and growing. Let's try to find the opposite boundary of the universe. We understand that the boundaries of the universe are actually spacetime boundaries, like singularities. Massive black holes harbor the most destructive forces in the universe. On the other hand, they are needed to reset the entropy and do all other maintenance and rejuvenating functions of the universe. Beyond the event horizons of the outer spherical shell singularity, and the centers of the event horizons of the black hole's singularity points is the one and only singularity, being in the seventh aggregate state and touches the QM, the zero aggregate state on the outside of the universe. The singularity represent the actual opposite borders of the universe. Here we found a supermassive black hole in the center of a galaxy. Nothing can escape after the event horizon of a black hole. Nothing can escape singularities are at many different locations spread all over the universe, even light. But that is not true. The event horizon is the same location as the since there is no space between them. Now we have defined the two boundaries of the universe, the singularity behind the outer spherical shell singularity plasma barrier, and the same singularity in the center of the black hole's singularity points. It looks like the singularities are at many different locations spread all over the universe, but that is not true. They are all in the same location, since there is no space between them. Singularities are in the seventh aggregate state, consisting of energy only and having no spacetime. Relativistic heavy iron collider. If ultra-high energy collisions of particles in a particle accelerator can create microscopic black holes, it is expected that all types of particles will be emitted by black hole evaporation, providing key evidence for any grand unified theory. Above are the high-energy particles produced in a gold-ion collision on the RHIC relativistic heavy iron collider. What is RITERS? RITERS is an acronym for Random Evolution Trial and Error, Reject or Select. This process is very important in creating the universe from scratch. At random quantum fluctuation events, a pair of particles are spun out of nothing. For a very brief time, 10⁻⁻43 seconds, These positive particle and its negative antiparticle established space-time and equal amounts of positive and negative energy. They are created randomly. This is where the R, random from Ritter's comes in. There are about 20 or more universal constants. Some 20 of them are known to us. Ritter's doesn't know the values these constants must have, but will find out very quickly by the evolutionary survival process. This is where the E, evolutionary from Ritter's comes in. If the constants are correct, they will support the universe with the 6 sub-universes. These constants must have exact dimensionless values with a very delicate relation among each other, and they must be all in perfect balance to each other to form a universe. This is where the T and E, trial and error part comes in. If only one of them is slightly out of order, even for a very small value, the entire system collapses and the system is rejected and discarded, and Ritter's will start all over again with the next random quantum fluctuation events, else if correct, it will be selected and sequestered into one of the 6 sub-universes. This is where R and S, reject or select part comes in. There must be trillions and trillions of Ritter's trials per seconds. Extrapolation versus interpolation. To develop a working system of our universe, it was essential to have a model. I perceived that the universe is a space-time loop structure. By doing so, interpolation rather than extrapolation became possible to fill the unknown gaps between 2 known areas in the big puzzle. The approach taken to accomplish this was as follows. All accepted knowledge by the scientific community was assembled and placed in the most appropriate locations in the big puzzle. I realized that there were still many blank gaps in the puzzle. Knowing that interpolation produces better results than extrapolation, the former was then applied. Extrapolation reaches into the unknown, as shown in the flat structure. Interpolation, which became now possible, bridges the gap between the 2 known areas, as shown in the curled-up round structure. As shown in this paper, the use of interpolating the content between gaps produces more trustable and cleaner results than extrapolating into the completely unknown areas of uncharted territories. It revealed amazing results, making observations fit nicely together, and making more sense without breaking any accepted rules. SIT leads to a new way of looking at the universe. Remember, Einstein himself had to step out of the existing paradigm, to shift to a new one. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Albert Einstein. The 8 aggregate states. Before we dive deeply into the inversion theory, we will have to refresh our knowledge on the 8 aggregate states. The aggregate state depicts the state matter is in. Here are the 8 aggregate states: 0 QM, having no matter, energy nor space-time. First, solid, having matter, energy and space-time. Second, liquid, having matter, energy and space-time. Third, gas, having matter, energy and space-time. Fourth, plasma, consisting of energy and space-time. Fifth, white dwarf star, having a high density 1 × 10⁹. Sixth, neutron star, having an even higher density 1 × 10⁻17. Seventh, singularity, consisting of energy only and no space-time. The first, second and third we learned in high school and are familiar with. The fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh and 0 are newly introduced, and will be used extensively in this paper. COEM is an acronym for collapsed emptiness. It can be found only on the outside of the universe.